if that's what we anchor on that. So that transparency...
I'm yet to see any headroom.
Transparency, they say, builds trust, and there is no better time to stress this than now, when more revenue for states hasn't translated to economic prosperity for citizens. Human rights lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, has urged the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation to publish monthly allocation to the federal, state and local governments. Well, Falana argues that citizens have a right to know what is happening to the proceeds of the removal of subsidy on petrol. And he cited Section 22 of the Constitution to back his claim. But who will bail the cat? BKO, let's start with you.
You know, we were here yesterday and I made this point before Femi Falana amplified it about an hour later. So we can't leave governors to be doing just what they like.
Right.
I mean, they don't own us. They don't own us. The tragedy of our situation is that Nigerians are not asking pertinent questions. You have governors who are not accountable to you because many of them rigged the election. They feel that they are not responsible to you. And the NGOs, a lot of them have become so political. We live in an age when somebody will just shell out some money to some NGOs. They go and make some funny protests, and we are carrying some silly placards on behalf of somebody who is under scrutiny, somebody who is corrupt. Those are not the kind of NGOs that we want. We want NGOs that will ask the right questions.
Right.
We want NGOs that will demand accountability and transparency from the people who rule us, from the president to the lowest on, at the lower rung of the ladder. We need civil society standing up for our people, because the ordinary Nigerians cannot come out and be demanding for this, demanding for that. They need to be represented. And that's the job of civil society. That's the way it's done everywhere else. So, why should governors, we know now, as we speak, some governors are receiving 3 times what they used to get. And I'm not exaggerating. They are receiving 3 times what they used to get. Still, some of those governors can't pay minimum wage. They can't pay minimum wage. We know. They can't pay minimum wage. They can't pay pension. The streets of their states still remain littered with human and industrial waste. They can't even evacuate waste. So what are you doing? Beyond simply going to Abuja to throw your weight around, what are you doing? Let the people feel
the impact of your governance.
Let the people and you know, Nigerians are perplexed. They are just nonplussed about the fact that they are making big sacrifices upon the removal of subsidy. But let the sacrifice even show. Let's see an uptick in the number of meaningful projects.
Right.
But it's still
the
same way they were behaving when they were not collecting enough and they used to swear at NNPC. It's the same thing that we are seeing. And you are taking 3 times more than what you used to get. Come on, something is wrong. And why should it even take myself or Femi Falana to say that this thing, that what governors are taking every month and local government should be publicized? Why should, if we are a nation where we place so much accent on accountability, you don't even need anybody to tell you. The Office of the Accountant General or even the Minister of Finance should release it. After Okonjo-Iweala was releasing it. What will happen if they release it? Will heavens fall? That will just let us know that, okay, these people are our governors. They always complain that there's no money. But you can't say there's no money when you are getting this, you are getting that. We can now challenge them that, okay, you are giving the university Lagos State University, I'm just using Lagos as an example now, just as an example. Lagos State University, their subvention should go up because you are earning more money. What you are spending on security, not just because security has worsened, insecurity has worsened, you spend more money because you have the funds to increase what you allocate to those sectors. What you allocate to roads will go up. You know that Nigeria needs infrastructure. We need to freshen up critical infrastructure. But you are behaving like nothing has changed. I mean, you can't be behaving like this, you governors. I'm behaving like nothing has changed. But they must publish this thing. We will continue to ask for it.
Yes,
and if we find a way to get it on our own, you just see me. I will bring it. I will work towards getting it on my own.
And talking about
let the whole Nigerians know that this is what they are getting. And
talking about getting this thing out, what would it take for the media now to perhaps pursue this so that we can see this, reports publicly published for everyone to see?
There is an FOI hack.
Right.
You understand? There's an FOI hack. The media can make use of it. But the thing is that that's where I'm going.
You're right to say you want it. How many times
that is where I'm going. That is you took the word out of my mouth. We can pursue that.
We use subterranean moves to get
exactly.
Get it.
We can pursue that. But like you said, those who can use the subterranean moves should do it. But really, honestly, I'm beginning to ask. When he was talking, I was just saying, where are the Garden Flower Emis? Where are the Beckles? The Dr. Beckles?
Right.
You understand? Where are the Franco Coris that if they sneeze, the whole nation will catch cold? You understand? Not all these jellyfish NGOs. You understand what I'm trying to say? No, this thing is so serious. Now, you removed fuel subsidy. Okay? Said you were spending a lot of money on fuel subsidy. Okay, we heard you. The president declared, subsidy is gone. People complain, some people lauded it. Fine. The money you have saved from the subsidy, the money you said you have given to the people, to the states, no justification for the collection. How many states have been able to bring CNG buses? How many states have been able to subsidize transportation heavily? People are crying.
They have the funds.
People are crying. For example, if you cannot no longer subsidize for, shouldn't you subsidize transport, public transport? How many people have been able to do that? We have food crisis now. What are they doing about food? Making food available? Nothing. They're just there. You talk about the roads, no infrastructure, nothing. Everything has collapsed. Everything is even worse. Things have even become worse than they used to be when there was subsidy. So what is the problem?
What are they doing about agriculture? Lands belong to the states now.
So, but we need a solution in sight, because if Falana is asking the AGF to publish this allocation for everyone, for us to see, so what do we do to ensure that we have this in front of us and we're not allowed to re-input, there isn't an opaqueness, so to speak, where the government gets to act or do things without the people knowing what is being done for the sake of the masses?
Some people should go to court.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the job of those NGOs. It's not me here now who will go to court. My own job is different. They can go to court to compel the Accountant General to publish this, or the chairman of this thing, the Federation, what is it called? FAC. They meet, those finance commissioners, they meet every month to share the money. So people need to go to court to compel the release of these allocations, not once, but on a consistent basis.
Right.
Every month, the people deserve to know. If the court compels them to release the allocations, they will have no choice. Because I don't see the danger in it. We will only know what we didn't know before. If you are my governor and you are pretending that, all is not well, or you are always saying there's no money, and I can see that you are getting a lot more, it's from the sacrifices that all of us are making.
Right.
Then people will be able to ask questions and challenge their governors, because right now people are not even challenging the governors. Right. Everything is on the president, as if one person can singularly run a country of 200 million people.
Right, let me hold your thoughts. We have a call from Abuja. Benga, please go ahead with your contribution. Hello, Benga, can you hear me? Okay, it seems we're having a bit of issue connecting with him there. Well, let's quickly, okay, you're about to land your thoughts on this before we quickly go on break, PQ.
I think my point has been made that if we have that information, we can challenge our governors by saying, come on, you need to spend more in health, you need to spend more here and there, because there's no justification. You can't pay minimum wage. We can look at how much you need to pay minimum wage and ask ourselves whether you don't have much more than that from the allocation that you get. If any governor does not perform with this excess money they are getting, that one can never perform again. That's the way I see it.
Paul, final thoughts.
Yeah, I think that we should put more pressure on government, even after they've gone to court. And we, everybody, Nigerians, media, should put more pressure on government. And again, our people should learn a lesson. Our people should learn. Now they know, especially those boys that are being used to rig election, now they know that these governors don't have, they don't have their welfare in their mind. We should not be rewarding non-performing governors with second term. We should not. Things must change for once in this country. And that's it. It does not matter what party the person belongs. It's not about party issue. It's about who will deliver. It's about who is going to improve on the welfare of the people. That's why they are there. We don't want functionally useless governors anymore.
Well, that's where we leave this discussion. Let's quickly go on a very quick break. You're still on to... All right, I like to warn you that that language you used, useless, should not be allowed.
Functionally useless.
It's not an insult.
All right. So that's where we have to leave this discussion. Let's quickly go on a very quick break.